So basically, I was talking about cigarettes, right? So what I'm gonna do here is roll myself a nice normal cigarette, and we'll light it up for the podcast and see what we can do and talk about in terms of cigarette smoking, tobacco in general. Now, I notice my rats have a slight reactivity to the tobacco cigarettes that I smoke. They will be very curious about my cigarettes, my tobacco in general, kind of stick their nose out to see what it is, and as I'm lighting it, they will become curious, but not much of the carcinogens or the toxic chemicals are actually going to them. It's mostly going into my lungs. So, you know, um, basically, I'll let the smoke, and we can get into the talk. So, we'll add in an additional one. Definitely the coffee. Why would someone drink coffee, and why would someone drink coffee and smoke cigarettes? Well, the truth is, coffee and cigarettes go very well together. Um, Definitely a case of picking up smoking at a certain age and then discovering coffee a bit later. Then you figure out that the two go well together, hand in hand, and it's a great way to really express the inner freedom, the inner suave, and the inner capiche when you want to smoke and drink a cup of coffee. You know. So what brand are we smoking on today? Port Royal Tobacco, original rum and wine. Basically, I had told myself when I was 13 that I wouldn't be a cigarette smoker. Convinced also that when given a cigarette at that age, I would certainly make the willful decision within myself to smoke it. And one day comes along and you smoke your first cigarette, gives you an insane head rush, crazy head rush, and you kind of just go woo and you feel woozy. Then you start buying cigarettes. You start spending money on it, allowances, different things. Back then it was only maybe $10 for a packet of cigarettes. And overall, those are the good days. But, you know, way it is, they've increased the price of smokes up to already like $45 a packet. So what can you do? That's okay. So why would somebody smoke a cigarette? Well, a cigarette is known to have hundreds of toxic chemicals in it, including rat poison, um, jet fuel, rocket fuel, carcinogens that just completely ruin your lungs, right? Well, the answer is cigarettes are a very relaxing thing to smoke. It's common sense and known that smokers tend to be overall more relaxed people, maybe a little bit more strong than usual, than what other people are, because they're usually hardworking, maybe in a certain field that requires a lot of stressful and hard work. So they smoke cigarettes to keep their pressure levels and their blood levels nice and calm. Overall, this might sound like old news to you, but you've got to understand that these cigarettes, they're really there's really something there in terms of the way they taste. And I'm not one to turn down a nice vape every once in a while. It's just the moment I get a chance. Just like that, I buy a pack of smokes. A packet of cigarettes or a pouch of rolling tobacco, papers, filters, that kind of thing. So, if you're wondering overall what the moral of the story is, if you're a smoker and you're really looking to quit, good luck. I wish the best for you. But you know how that is with the smoking, so there are lots of brands of cigarettes: Camel, Marlboro, Newport, Rothman, Dunhill, Freedom, Pall Mall, Lucky Strike, Benson and Hedges. Many different variations to each brand of the cigarette and the type of cigarette that is produced, right? And I can obviously tell after lighting up a smoke and then, taking a few hits of my vape that overall my pet rats are very well behaved. They seem to have just mellowed out and relaxed, and they don't seem to want to bother anyone. Just keep to themselves and enjoy nice solitude, nice quiet, relaxing moments to themselves. Overall, that is how that goes. And we're really looking at closing up the podcast, short video podcast for you guys today about tobacco, cigarettes, and how that goes down, the kinds of things it requires. You need a lighter, you need to know how to roll a smoke, you need money for the cigarettes, you need maybe a nice CD with some music on it. Put it into your CD player and just enjoy a nice coffee and cigarette. That's a good way to go about it. I've always believed in that. So, to each their own, and peace out, guys. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Today we have been speaking about tobacco, cigarettes and smoking in general. A little bit of talk about coffee, and basically I'll just skip forward to the end. Coffee basically contains a well-known substance in it called caffeine. Caffeine is a perfectly legal, widely appreciated drug and stimulant, and overall the caffeine in the coffee goes well with the nicotine in the cigarettes. Stimulants really help the brain and mind unravel and unwind different concepts of your daily work, things you need to get done. Coffee and cigarettes are very good for creative jobs, creative outlets, and creative people, artists, painters, actors, singers, and creators of sorts and the like. So overall, good day, and peace out. You've tuned into the podcast. I hope you had a lot of fun.